camera now to take up more hard drive space.
It's pretty small files. I have it set on the medium setting just because it's a smaller files.
Let you discuss what you're doing.
All right, so rising position is the first move of the form. And from a self-defense standpoint, one of the most common things to be attacked with might be this type of, of movement. And a position that you can use, rising position, you can use this to strike the hands and to pull down, right? And from there, you could go to any type of, striking, stepping in for a throw, baiting, getting out of the way and throwing an elbow on the way, doing whatever. But the point is the initial attack. When it's a passive position, that you don't really have to be standing on guard or looking like you're going to fight. It's a good self-defense position, because in a self-defense situation, you're generally not in an argument or bickering back and forth. That would be not self-defense. So that would be my comments on the first movement, which I think is rising positions overlooked a lot and thought of as a qigong exercise, which it definitely is. But there's good movements in there, and it's important to see your weight too. When this is coming up, this is going down the way I'm practicing it, and that's where I think that I can give enough of a jolt that if he really is coming at me and shoving into me, that I could actually get a large man or somebody that's strong to be not necessarily shocked for a moment in pain, but to be opened up so that I can continue my attack or to run.
One of the other big things that Bruce is talking about, and we both are in agreement with, is that we can break out posture by posture, but from any posture, you should be able to flow to any other motion in the form. So hence, once he makes this block, he can now attack you with any other movement that's in the column and go forward from there, as opposed to it has to be the next motion. And I think that's something that a lot of times students don't see, because they're still stuck in this is the one motion, this is the next motion, and they don't see the pieces, the break points in the column that go from place to place.
And the next move, it can tie directly in after that, where I go like this, and then I pull with this hand and push with this hand, strike like that, sort of like before. And if I'm on the outside, I can deflect this hand up and strike like this. Same thing. If I'm on the outside, I can deflect this hand up and strike like this, or strike like that. If this goes up or down, I don't think, in the form, of course, it's up. In practice, if it goes down, that's fine too, I think. And from the inside, it's basically a deflection and a strike. And from there, you're open, of course, to do, it'll be required, I think, to continue on doing something. Like each of the movements or postures, I think, are just to creating an opportunity to do something else. So doing this doesn't mean that you're defending.
Right. Good point. Good going now. Yeah. The other thing that Bruce and I are in agreement with is that when we study these applications in motion and movement, we like to look at outside, inside, top, and bottom. With outside and inside being the big things. That being real simple from a student's standpoint is that either I'm inside of his arm or I'm outside of his arm, or I'm inside of his arm on top, or I'm inside of his arm on the bottom, and then we could go combination. But when we look at it like that, then we are able to figure out how we might utilize motion. When I look at the first part of this posture, hands coming up and then flowing and twisting to the side, what I tend to see is being inside of an arm, okay, and then flowing around. So it gives me the utilization of our Tai Chi, where we learn to flow and pull or to reverse around someone. So whether I'm inside and then around, which means I can lock the arm, or whether I'm outside, same type of motion, see, I can still lock the arm, throw, and so forth. When I'm playing that, after we do the kata, we go 1, we have 2, we have 3, followed by a motion. He's punching inside, outside, and control. Okay, from this position, I'm obviously here. I will be moving forward so I can unbalance him. I can knee him. I can kick him. Okay, I can get him off the balance line and step behind him and throw him. I can step in between his legs, hooking his leg up, and throw him as we go back to the back position. And obviously that can be done from the other side also. So those give us a combination of a variety of application to take from just rising posture, turning, being inside or outside, controlling your arm or limb, or striking the person, utilizing the footwork to knee, to kick, to step, and to trap or to sweep. Okay? Good go?
Need to remember.